You ready? Ready? Champ the dog for the win. How's it going, people? Happy Friday night date night. Oh, Champy, excited? What do you see? What do you see? You gotta protect us from the mailman? Did the mailman come? Get him. He's such a bad dog with the mail. He's like, oh, I'll get him. They will not put papers in that door. What is happening? Steve-O's in the house. We got Source Camp, Emilio's wife, Robert Rossi, Dr. J, Nirvana. We got all the good people. Who else we got? What else is going on? How y'all doing? Do me a favor, share the live if you're willing to get the word out. Tap the screen. Let's let people know we're having a good time. Robert Rossi, thank you as always. Your generosity is always appreciated. Thank you so much. There's also a big storm here. It was thundering pretty loud earlier and raining loud earlier, so I don't think it means anything. But, you know, if I just go zzz, it's because TikTok banned me permanently, or there's a storm and we lost electricity. So one or the other will be the case. Thinking about anyone in the Midwest who's been affected by the tornadoes today. I know. It was funny. I saw a thing on Twitter, and it was one of the tornadoes, the tornado that crossed the main highway in, I guess, in Nebraska. It was like a half a mile wide tornado. And then the guy that posted it on Twitter posted basically, hey, Twitter, hey, X, is this real or not? Like, is this AI generated or not? And are you going to do things to detect if stuff like this is real or not? And it just made me go like, oh, God, like it's like bad enough that we're having to deal with just all the crap of the world, and now we're gonna have to like deal with, you know, people putting out fake tornado videos or real tornado videos, and then we think they're fake. And it just sort of struck me that this is gonna get exhausting. I have predicted that 2023, the last normal year. I think 2024 is gonna get weird, and because of just the ability to do anything. Like anyone that's got any kind of agenda can put something out there, and it's gonna confuse things pretty dramatically. And I think where it ultimately pushes us is it pushes us to some sort of tokenization, some sort of blockchain verified content stream, right? That we verify that people are people and this content is from actual people and shit like that. But we're going to have to go through the shit to get there. So anyway, crazy. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Silver Fox. Yeah, I agree. I hope everyone out there is okay. Because, got to take care of the irregulars. Relentless Aaron. Oh, wait, 2024 hasn't already gotten weird? I know. Yeah, I was testifying in a Senate Judiciary Committee in Colorado this week. Yeah, 2024 is fucking weird. Did not have that on my bingo card. Did not have that on my bucket list. Didn't even have that on my if all this stuff goes awesome, what do you think could happen? The wildest thing that could happen, that I become the voice of reason for something about AI. Oh man. All right. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I saw you on the TV news. You look great. Well, thank you so much. It's every now and again you get on a Zoom call, and I guess if the right people are on that Zoom call, they're gonna use your things. What's funny is like they ended up using a couple of my sound bites. I didn't think my sound bites were particularly. I thought so. The other two people had really good sound bites too, so I don't know why they chose mine, but whatever. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. So I appreciate all your support. Hey, you do have in your profile that you're an AI instigator. That's a thing. P.S. I think it's a great title. Thank you very much. I didn't come up with it, but I saw. It was like a response in Twitter somewhere. Like someone said something about AI, and then someone else said, "Oh, you're just being an instigator." And I love that fucking word. And I was trying to think what to put there because I hate thought leader, right? Like, AI thought leader. And then I think I had AI marketing strategist. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, I get what a marketing strategist is, but like, does it mean you don't do anything? I don't know. And then when I heard that word, I'm like, that's what I am. So officially on my LinkedIn profile now, I am an AI instigator. So there you go. That's what this is. That's what this is all about. Instigation. Oh, yeah. I got an email from Rabbit that gave me a tracking number for my Rabbit R1. Rabbit. Let's see. Oh, dang it. They've got the email coded weird, so if you click on the tracking number, it takes you to the page, but it doesn't actually paste the tracking number into the postal form to track it. All right, so let's see. Departed the shipping partner facility in Ontario, Canada. Oh, yeah. Does it have a predicted date? Wait, what? The post office is so fucked up. It says your item departed a shipping partner facility at 2:02 a.m. on April 27th, and today's April 26th. The Rabbit R1 is so powerful it time travels. They sent it tomorrow. So it's on its way. It's going to be here last Thursday. Wait, so AI is so fucking janky that like even USPS postal tracking is fucked up with it? That's hilarious. It arrived at the shipping partner facility tomorrow at 1 a.m. Ontario time. And it left at 2:02 a.m. tomorrow. I guess someone fired their IT person that was responsible for setting the clock on the facility computer. It's probably like a PC2 running Windows 92. Oh, that was a hilarious thing. So Wednesday, when I was testifying in Congress, the what do they call it? The woman who led it, the chair. Think the chair. She was the chair of the meeting. She was funny. What did she say? She goes, someone was testifying about like how slow government runs or something like that. And then she was talking about like the only thing we have as senators are black words on white paper. She was just talking about, we can only go by what we see on the paper, on the law, and you can say all this stuff you want, but like what we have to go by is what's on the paper. And then she goes, it doesn't help that we're still using word perfect, and it got like a huge laugh. Like it was the only audience reaction of the day. It got this huge laugh, and when she looked out and she goes, "You think I'm kidding?" They're still using word perfect at the fucking Colorado Senate. Oh man, that was pretty funny. It's like the wheels of justice. They are creaking along. Them typewriters getting squeaky. Oh, Wednesday when I was testifying in Congress. Yeah. Oh, I know. I gotta stop bragging. Mr. Shannon goes to Washington. Well, goes to Colorado. Goes to Capitol Hill. So I played a little bit with memory today on ChatGPT, and I figure we could play with that tonight. And then I feel like it's worth playing with activate the flux capacitor. That's good, Papa JJ. Did you see the Baltimore story about the school athletic director's use of AI to retaliate? Yeah. So Alan, so what this guy did was he cloned the principal's voice and then made a tape of the principal or like a recorded phone call of the principal saying whatever sexual stuff about a student or something like that. Like really, really just destructive stuff. And this is, it's funny. This is actually some of this kind of stuff came up in in the congressional testimony stuff, where like what some of the people were arguing for, and I think it's reasonable, is like, we've got laws on the books for things like fraud and harassment and bribery, and there's already laws to do this. Just because you use AI to do it doesn't mean it's not still against the law, right? So so one piece of this is, if someone does something fucked up with AI, they should be fucking prosecuted. The thing that's frustrating for me every time some idiot does that is that the news channels, they just want sensational shit. So they're not going to put, somebody used AI and really helped their grandmother, get through a tough time. They're going to put, someone, made a deep fake of someone and AI's evil, right? Like it's going to get positioned as AI's the evil thing. No, that guy's a fucking asshole. He's the evil one, not the tool, right? So, but anyway, that's just what we're going to have to deal with for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. The next 3 years are going to be Gonna be a lot of that shit. Gonna be a lot of people, sort of saying AI's over. There's that guy Gary Marcus is just continually saying now, large language models have peaked. They're never going to get any better. This is it. They're always going to suck. It's not usable. And, we're just going to have to deal with that shit. So anyway, that's fine. That's fine. That's why we're here. Just keep playing. Just keep playing with this shit. Because, the people that play with this, I think this was a point that I made when I got questioned. It is remarkably empowering when you actually use this stuff. If you sit on the sidelines, it's scary as fuck. But when you actually use it, you're like, oh, right. I can up my game. I can create a whole new game. I can do something I've never done before. I don't know if Cindy Kuhn's in here tonight. We had our office hours call today, and she and I were on two different calls together today. She said something in our first meeting. She didn't realize that what she said was funny. She said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, I accidentally published a book this weekend." She had been sort of gathering best practices for how to use AI to do something. I forget what it was. Oh, she's here. It's so awesome. Sydney, I don't know if you can talk, but if you want to come up and tell your story, I'll bring you up on stage. You can tell it. But she was like, she had this stuff, and I think Ann Murphy said, this stuff's really good. Is this in a book? Because I want to send this to people. And Sydney was like, oh no. She dumped it into Canva, I guess, a Canva template, formatted it up, and bang, she's now got a book out that she published over the weekend. I don't know how to come on stage. Oh, I think you might need to, let me see if I can bring you up. I think if you don't have 1,000 followers, you're not allowed to. So go get 1,000 followers and come back. My college is now starting a Bachelor's of Science in Cybersecurity with an emphasis using AI. Oh, that's great. Far out. Cindy Kuhn, I have 0 followers. Perfect. You're right where you need to be. That's awesome. Anyway, but yeah, these tools make shit like that possible. Oh, I should publish a book. You know how in the past you were like, oh, I should publish a book, and then 3 years later you're like, I should really get that thing started. We're at this place now where you're like, I should publish a book. Maybe I should do that this weekend. Okay, so Cindy's going to post it in the AI Salon shameless self-promotion. So let me show you how to get there. So yeah, go post it there right now, and then I will tell the good people where to go. I'll tell you people where to go. All right, so where are you going to go? There's our cool logo, AI Salon logo. Huh? Look at that. I love seeing our logo because we were a sponsor for this, for all this political stuff, and our logo looked great. Although they didn't use the right one. They used the square one instead of that one. But anyway, it was nice. So go to the salon.ai, and that'll take you to a link tree. Oh, I got to go fix that link tree, actually, but that's okay. It'll take you to a link tree. Okay, it'll take you to this link tree and go to the third link. The first two links are irrelevant at this point. I mean, if you want to go sign the letter opposing Senate Bill 24-205, that's fine, but they passed it. They passed it to whatever next level of the conversation is in politics. So there's nothing urgent right now. But go to the AI Salon Community, the third link down, and then that's going to take you to the AI Salon. We pronounce it salon because we're fancy. We're fancy. You could say salon, but then people are going to think it's a place where you get your little nails done. This is the salon. It's where highfalutin conversations happen. So go there, and then first thing you should do when you get there, there's a page called Welcome to the Salon that talks about who we are and what we do and why we do it. It talks about our values, which I think are super cool, like curiosity and generosity. Like generosity, like if you learn something, share it. Be cool. Welcome people in. Exploration, collaboration, inclusion, empathy. Everyone's fucking afraid of this stuff right now. I hear it over and over again. Oh, AI, that's awful. Why are you talking about AI? Why are you doing AI? AI is scary. And it's, you know, it's easy to fall into the trap of like, whoa, those people just don't get it. No. Like this is scary stuff. It's profound stuff, right? It might take my job. You know, it is definitely going to transform your job, and it might take your job. And if you get on board with it and learn it, you're going to be able to, you know, you're going to be much more in control of your destiny than if you sit on the sidelines being afraid. But like having empathy is important. Gratitude. So anyway, check that shit out. Then what else is worth looking at? You should introduce yourself. So one of the things that I deeply believe, can you cover the keyboard? Hard to read. Yes, sorry. One of the things that I deeply believe is being in a community like the AI Salon over the next 3 years is actually going to be really critical to the future of work for us individually and collectively. I think we're moving over the next 3 years from a world where we hire people for their skills. Like you can do this, you can do that. You're a copywriter, you know Photoshop, you know this skill, you know that skill. Where the tools are going to get better and better so that every person is going to be able to effectively do every skill. So you're going to assume that anyone that you hire can do something, can do the thing you need them to do, and then a whole lot more. And why you're going to hire them is not because they know the skill, but because of who they are and how much you trust them. And so by being in a community like this and engaging and, you know, volunteering to lead a guild or, you know, showing up to calls consistently and contributing and things like that, you're going to get known as someone who shows up, someone who delivers, someone who's got a brain on their noggin or on their head, on their shoulders, right? And I think that's where the future of work moves in terms of how you get hired in the future. It's going to be all about your trusted relationships. So being in something like the salon is way more important than just learning the skills. Okay, then down at the bottom of community, there's this thing called shameless self-promotion. And let's just see how good Cindy Kuhn is. I fully expect that when I click on this, the next post is going to be hers. Boom! And there it is. Lovely. The Oops, I just published a book. Content remix. So cool. April 21st, 2024. So cool. Content remix, a guidebook to repurposing existing content. Oh, we were talking about this today. So this is another thing. Okay. I got so excited today. There were so many things we talked about. I got excited about in all the meetings I had today. Friday's my talk about AI day. I think that one of the biggest values that AI is going to deliver short term, and by short term I mean 1 to 3 years, is every company and every person has decades, and, you know, depending on the company, probably, you know, a century worth of data. They got decades worth of data. And that data, for the most part, is locked away and inaccessible, right? It's in databases that no one uses anymore. It's in spreadsheets that we fired our whole data analytics department. And so I think that there is a massive opportunity for any people that learn these tools well enough to help people mine the value in the data that they've already got, right? So you've got you've got all these spreadsheets that have all this data that I don't know is valuable for sales trends or whatever it might be, or 10 years ago, there was a big thing to capture best practices. So we captured all these audio recordings and video recordings of people sharing their best practices, but nobody ever did anything with them. Oh, well, give me those 10,000 PDFs and the 10,000 hours of interviews, and let's just splat them into an AI system and pull the value out of it, right? And if you can help do that, and so that's what this is about. Comprehensive practical manual for anyone looking to maximize the value of their existing content across multiple platforms and audiences. Authored by rock star Cindy Kuhn. I think it's a little much to call yourself a rock star, but it's fine. I agree with it, so I'm fine with the characterization. Authored by rock star Cindy Kuhn and published by Turkey Hill Press, it serves as a valuable resource for creatives, educators, makers, entrepreneurs, and content creators. Guidebook provides a plethora of actionable tips, step-by-step examples, detailed strategies for adapting existing assets to different formats, from blogs to social media to podcasts, interactive webinars. Yeah, this is brilliant. This is timely and good, and it's a cool cover. I like the cover. And it's it was accidentally published in a weekend. So go to the AI Salon, go to Shameless Self-Promotion, and go pick up a copy of Cindy's accidental book. Oops, I published a book. Da, 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 da. It's on Amazon. Da, 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 da. Oops, I published a book. All right, there you go. See? You see what happens in here? You hang around people like that. All right, what else should you do? Over in community as well, the third link down is AI Launchpad and tools, and I haven't updated this for a while. 15 days. I gotta update this. But this is a list of, if you're trying to get AI literate, which, right now, I think probably the most important thing anyone who wants to be viable in the workplace could do is get AI literate. And if you're like, but Kyle, I don't know how to get AI literate. What's that even mean? I'm not very technical. I didn't go to Stanford. I didn't get no degree from MIT. Who do you think I am, Kyle? So I have a degree in acting. Where we are right now with this AI stuff, if you're new to it, is generative AI it's not the AI of the past 3 decades. Generative AI, ChatGPT, and the things that have kind of spawned because of it mean that anyone can use these incredibly powerful AI tools without having to have a math degree. And by naming Pate Motter, exactly. And so this is my 3-step patented how to get AI literate methodology, and it only costs you $49.99. No, it's free. Being part of the salon is free. You should join the salon anyway. But my patented 3-step keys to success: play, solve, and share. And so play just literally means that. Like, don't take AI so seriously. Play with the tools. Go write yourself a song on udo.com. Go to Ideogram. Is it .ai? I think it's .ai. Ideogram. Yeah, Ideogram.ai. And make yourself a picture. Go to ChatGPT and just type some shit in there and see what happens. Like, just start playing. And get curious and get adventurous. And then the second one is solve. Like, once you start to understand what these tools make possible by playing with them, then instead of trying to figure out, wait, what can I do with AI, which is a really overwhelming question, start with problems or challenges. And what's really powerful is start with problems that other people have. Someone's trying to start a business. Someone's trying to figure out I don't know, how to write a really difficult letter to someone. Someone at work is trying to figure out a marketing plan. So, things like that. Find a problem and then say, oh, hey, can I partner with you on that? I'm trying to learn AI. Let me try to help you solve that problem using AI. So that's the second step. Start practically applying it. And problem could be like really small things. Like, I want to entertain my kids, so I'm going to write them a book. It could be we're trying to eat better as a family. So it could be make yourself a meal plan for the next week. And then, here's one of my favorite things. Don't know if you knew this. If you download the official ChatGPT app, it's got GPT Vision in it, and so you can do something like this. If someone hand wrote out a shopping list of here's all the crap to buy at the grocery store. And you know how people do that, and they just remember what they remember, and it's all out of order. And when you're at the grocery store, you're all the way on the other end of the grocery store, and then you find the item that was all the way back on the other side, and you're all right. You can take a picture of your handwritten grocery list and upload it into ChatGPT and just say, organize this by section of the grocery store, and it'll read your handwritten note and create a shopping list for you, or organized by section of the grocery store. It's fucking brilliant, right? So even little problems like that, you can start to think about using AI. And what it allows you to do is just get increasingly nimble with thinking about when someone has a problem, you're like, oh, I know how we can solve that, right? And then the third one is share. And this one I can't emphasize enough. It's why this channel exists. It's why the salon exists. It's something that I tell everyone I can is learn out loud. Live out loud, learn out loud with this AI stuff. So as you're learning this stuff, hey, I was playing around with Ideogram today, and I tried to make some images, and they were hilariously bad. Look. And you share that with the world. And then people are like, oh, that's cute, funny, haha, you get thumbs up. And you just keep doing that. Hey, I was playing on ChatGPT today, and it made this really cool table comparing these two concepts, and I didn't think it would know that much, but it knew that much, and now I'm really excited. And you share that. And what starts to happen is people start to associate you as being an expert with this stuff. And I hear this constantly in this community, that the people in this community are like, but I'm not an expert. But anyway, I'm speaking in front of this big important group at my job talking about AI. People will start to recognize you as an expert, and even though you don't feel it, you actually are. Because if you're paying attention to this stuff at all right now, you're way ahead of most people on the planet. And so you are a leader. So if you're here, there's 76 people in here watching a tubby old man trying to figure out how to use TikTok. If you're still here, that curiosity is going to serve you very well. So anyway, so that's the 3-step, keys to AI literacy. So go do that. Go do those things. And then below that list are all the tools. Well, I don't know where to start, Kyle. Where do I even start? Start with ChatGPT. Well, why? What's the big deal about ChatGPT? It's just the best. And until further notice, it's just the best. And then the next question will be from you, should I pay the $20? Yes, you should pay the $20. And you're like, oh, but Kyle, how much money do you make off that $20? You're making a lot of money off my $20, right? No, I don't work for them. I don't get a commission from them. I don't give a shit if you do it or not. But you should do it. And then you should learn all the stuff it does. Most people have no fucking idea, what it makes possible. You know what? I'm going to go add something right now. How do I? Oh, here it is. Edit. Okay, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste, and I'm going to go memory across chats. I'm going to make it orange. Where? Oh, there it is. Orange. Save. All right. Look, I just updated our thing. Oh, and I didn't change the date of when I updated it. Dang it. 26th. Don't. There we go. Okay. So start with ChatGPT. Just start learning that. Use Gemini so at least one of us gets paid. Yeah, there you go. Gemini is on the list. So the next, I should update this as well. You know what? I don't have time right now. I'll update this tomorrow. Yeah, below ChatGPT, you've got the other big models, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and Copilot from Microsoft. Those are kind of the biggies. And then you have the specialty ones that are Pi, Grok from XAI, Llama 2, and Poe. Grok still sucks, but it will probably get better at some point. But they just open sourced their model, so I have a feeling there's going to be some interesting stuff coming out of that effort. Poe is also really interesting lately because you can, if you pay the $20 a month for Poe, they give you access. Even if you don't pay the $20, you get access to lots and lots of models. Like you can play with OpenAI GPT-4, you can play with Anthropic's Claude, you can play with all the like Llama and Mixtral and all the different open source models. There's image models in there, so Poe's really kind of interesting. Poe for a while I was kind of cooling down on it, but they feel like they're getting their shit together. So that's pretty interesting. Then there's image generation tools, and again, there's just a ton of them. There's video creation tools, and we're gonna play with what's it called tonight? LTX Studio tonight, which is I got access to the beta. It's amazing. Music and audio, Udio is staggeringly good. 11 Labs, that's the one that does voice synthesis. So I assume that's the one that the guy in North Carolina did to try to frame his principal. Asshole. So I assume that was an ad for 11 Labs. There's 3D objects and worlds. There's things that are coming. And then there's people that you should follow. Ethan Mollick, Wharton Business School professor, David Shapiro, just total brainiac and AGI optimist and developer, Paul Raitzer from the Marketing AI Institute, Rachel Woods from right here on TikTok with her AI exchange. Anyway, all right. Just like Wile E. Coyote, I'm going to get business cards that say AI super genius. If you know, you know. That's great. I love that. Actually, let's go to Ideogram. Wait, what did you say? AI super genius. Okay. Business card on a... Why? Hang on. Okay. Sorry, I had to make it a little brighter because I can't. If I have the screen brightness so that it looks good to you, I can barely see the screen. So I have to brighten it up a little bit when I'm actually working. Okay, business card on a store counter that says Wile E. Coyote. Oh wait, Wile E. Coyote. AI super genius. That's great. One of the nice things about Ideogram, so the site I'm on is ideogram.ai. And then I'm gonna do this as a cartoon. So I think they've got cartoon in here, don't they? Illustration, typography. Let's do cartoon drawing of a... Okay, and then we'll do it horizontal. So over here you can pick the size, right? So you can go like, zoop, you know, do you want it tall? Do you want it wide? That's a cool little feature. We'll do that one. And then we're going to go bang. One of the nice things that Ideogram does is it takes what I wrote was kind of a crappy prompt and it rewrites it. It looks like it's going to work. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this one over here. That's going to be good. Boom! Sharon Crawford. Look at that. That is flippin' awesome. I will share these. Can I share this? Can I share these four? These are actually really good. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one for sure. All right, so I'm going to take this, copy image. I'm going to go over to, I'm going to go to show and tell, because this one's cool enough to show and tell to the broader audience. So I'm just going to paste that in there. And they say, made in Ideogram. And let me go back and get the prompt more. Made an ideogram for Sharon on my TikTok live tonight. And then I'm going to go paste prompt. And then I'm going to go magic prompt. All right. And let me do hashtag irregulars because that's us. And I'm going to go hashtag images. I'm going to go hashtag. Do your hashtags, people. It's gooder. It's gooder than if you don't do them. Oh, we're not going to notify everyone, even though it's that cool. That's super cool. And then I think what I'll do is I'm just going to copy this post, say share, copy the link, and then I'm going to go down to the irregulars channel, and I am going to share it. Bang. Beautiful. Nice. What else we got going in here? That was cute. Yeah, the chiseled version of me. Mr. Shannon. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Goes to the Capitol. That picture from Mary is so good. And she said she didn't do it, but she saw it on, where on Instagram or something like that? Facebook. How good is that? Because it's like the hands are good. It's clearly a Fender Strat, and it's clearly Abe Lincoln. Amazing. How do I access this page? How you access that page is you go to the salon.ai, which is going to take you to a link tree. And the third link on it is the Ai Salon Community. And that's going to take you to this place here, which is the Ai Salon Community. And you want to check out Welcome to the Salon first. And you want to join it if you resonate with what we're about, and you should. It just basically says, don't be a douche. Be generous, be nice, be curious, be cool. And then where you're going to want to go is underneath the community section. After you introduce yourself, Take our value of generosity and actually introduce yourself to the community. It will serve you. Go to the show off your work section, and images and graphics is there. And that's where I posted that. And then way down toward the bottom is an area called Community Clubs. And you see AI Learning Lab Irregulars. And that's all of us just friggin' hanging out and partying while we're doing the live here. All right? That's so cool. That's Ideogram, by the way. Ideogram's free. They give you, I think, 25 images a day or something like that for free. And you can pay for it and get other shit like editing and things like that. But it's really good at prompt coherence, and it's really good at spelling and typography. I mean, this is pretty staggeringly good. Like, this stuff down here is just gibberish, but that's kind of what a cartoon business card would look like anyway. AI super genius. So cool. All right. Check your regulars out. I think I did. Is there new stuff? New activity. We can now make Frank scripts. Peter Kaminsky'S, Jankifier's, Frank-Ifier. Put in any random sentence and it Frankifies it? Oh, no. Page doesn't exist. Something's broken here. Jankifier's. Hang on, let me search for Frank. Frank-Ifier. Let's see. Chat GPT-5 still hasn't launched, and everyone is bored. Frank-Ify it. Mustard still hasn't the sizzle, and everyone is ketchup. There you go. See? And another thing, Johnson. That's great. That's awesome. Very cool. See? AI Super Geniuses over there in Peter Kaminsky's Build and Do with Peter channel. That's so cool. All right. That can be fixed in Affinity Photo. I love the cartoon image. I know, isn't it good? It's so good. Abundance Flow Manifestation. So listen, first of all, cool name. Yes, abundance. Let's go abundance. I am, you know, we're such a world that like loves living in scarcity and fear. So, you know, good on you with the abundance thing. But that's the thing about this AI stuff is it really is. The minute you start using it, I think that's kind of the magic of it is you put in a little bit of effort and you get out a lot, right? And that's kind of the, you know, the root of the word abracadabra. As I speak, I think it's as I speak, so I create or something like that, or as I speak, I create. And it's like you're just speaking stuff into existence. It's like it's literally what generative AI is. It's generating, right? You speak into these machines and it goes squit and, you know, generates stuff. So Frank is in the circle. Oh man. Okay. So let's go. I want to play a little bit with memory. So I do not have this for my Teams account, or at least I didn't as of earlier today. Let me flip to my Teams account. Nope. So this might not be available for Teams, or it might just be it's still kind of random. But go to your personal account on ChatGPT, assuming you've got ChatGPT 4, you pay the $20. But Kyle, I didn't pay the $20. Well, I told you to pay the $20 earlier, and now we're doing something cool on ChatGPT. And now who's the sad puppy? You're the sad puppy. Go pay your stupid $20. All right. So if you pay your $20, it is possible that you now have memory. So if you go to settings If you see this tab called personalization, then you have it. And if you click on that, you can turn it on and off. But you've got, it says, ChatGPT will become more helpful as you chat, picking up on details and preferences to tailor its responses to you. And if you click on Learn More, it takes you out to the page that describes it. To understand what ChatGPT remembers or teach it something new, just chat with it. Remember that I like concise responses. I just got a puppy. What do you remember about me? Where did we leave off on my last project? So, and if you go manage, you can actually see that I have a memory, and I've only got 2 memories in here. The first memory that I typed in, I said, remember, and then I typed in the sentence, my dog's name is Champ, and he sings whenever the user plays the guitar. I guess it changed it to the user. And then it says, is the co-founder and CEO at Storyvine.com, a company that operates in the healthcare and pharma sectors. Their role involves steering the company toward innovative solutions in storytelling, focusing on how information is communicated and shares. The responsibilities likely include... So I actually don't like that. So you can delete your memories. I don't like how generic... It like rewrote that as this generic thing. So I'm going to kill it. So this will delete that memory. So that's gone. But now that... So it's only got 1 memory in it. So this makes it really easy to illustrate. So if I go to a new chat and just say chat, I'll say, tell me about my pet and something interesting about them. Your pet dog is named Champ. One interesting and charming trait about Champ is that he sings along whenever you play the guitar. It sounds like Champ has a musical side, which makes for a unique and fun bond between the two of you. So it's just being good ChatGPT. Now, the way I understand this to work is you can basically just go back in your prompt history and you can find stuff like, let's see if we got anything interesting back here. I'm going to show you a cool new feature also. Purple muscle car. Okay. All right, so this is a short little thing. Make a cinematic photograph in 16 by 9. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that. Why did I not get... Oh, do I have to do it down here? Yeah. Here's your cinematic photograph. Okay. So, if you highlight text in an old chat, or if you highlight text in the middle of a chat, it brings up these little quote marks above what you highlighted. And if you quote it, you'll notice that it puts it down here. So I'm now commenting on this part, this part of the prompt. And so what I'm going to say is, remember this and know that I like images in 16 by 9 wide format by default. And some version of this prompt is my default prompt when I'm testing new image models. And then I hit return, and now it says memory updated. Got it. I'll remember your preference for 16 by 9 wide images. Oh yeah, and if you roll over this, you can go to your manage memories. There was a bug yesterday which didn't actually update it. No, it did. Okay. Prefers images in 16 by 9 wide format by default. Likes a cinematic photograph of a purple 70s muscle car in an abandoned factory as their default prompt for testing image models. So let's go try that. We're just going to come in here. So brand new prompt. I got nothing here. I'm just going to say, make me an image. Make me an image. Let's see if it does it. Let's see if we get a wide. Sounds like magic. Oh, look, it did it. How cool is that? Actually, that's one of the better ones I've ever done because I didn't prompt it. What prompt did it give itself? Let's get information about it. A cinematic photograph of a purple 70s muscle car parked inside an abandoned factory. The one thing that's weird is I don't think that I can edit. But that's okay. That's okay actually. I don't mind that. I don't mind that it's a purple. I mean, what's nice about a purple muscle car, a purple 70s muscle car, is that it's likely going to default to a Challenger because that's the sort of classic purple muscle car from the 70s is a Challenger, and that's what it did. That's really cool. The other thing that you'll notice about my ChatGPT versus your ChatGPT, and you might be jealous. You're like, well, because Kyle's friends with Sam Altman, Sam gave him a special version of ChatGPT that actually numbers his responses and gives him a little title and then puts the date there. That's not Sam Altman. I can show you how to do that. You want to see how to do that? It's so cool. This is my favorite new little hack. So in your settings, go to Customize GPT. This is your custom instructions. And then the top box, you can put whatever you want. I just put your helpful assistant. But the bottom box, it says, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? And so what I wrote was, for every response, give it a sequential response count. And I put that in capital letters so that it knew it was kind of a thing. Maybe it would label it, and it does. Followed by our response title that summarizes the response. Also include the date. So really simple little thing, but that's what gives me every chat that I do with ChatGPT. It numbers it. So if I just go make it a green one. So now it'll create it, and then it's going to say response to, green muscle car or something like that. Oh, I've got a funny thing. Nah. I'm going to go look through my prompt history here. Oh, that's funny. That's like a Dodge. What the hell is that? A Dodge something. Pretty slick though. Pretty slick. And then notice response to green muscle car image, right? Make it isometric and an electric blue 67 Mustang fastback. How can I upload a picture in Ideogram? I don't know if you can, but you might be able to. Get Ideogram Plus to upload images. You got to pay for it, Mr. IT. Everybody's looking for a buck. Everybody's looking to make a buck. Look at that. Isometric, electric blue, 67, Mustang fastback, in an abandoned factory. Boom, bang, bing, bang, boom. But I know not everyone has a sub. Well, then you're going to have to use another tool. Like you can use Leonardo.ai lets you upload images and use them as a source image. You can upload them in Deco here, which is free. You can upload them in Kriya, which is free. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them out there. Just making sure you noticed Ltx Studios has a film contest with $150,000 worth of production money. Yeah, I saw that. And I think you have to fly to, like, if you win, you have to fly to London, and they're going to start the production in London or something like that, because I guess that's where they're based. I've arrived to see Kyle do Kyle things. Yeah, look, there's my Kyle thing. Is it another muscle car in another abandoned factory? Can he come up with another prompt? Here's my philosophy on why I use the same prompt. Is that... Here, I'll show you a really good example of why I use this prompt. I'm going to jump over to... what's it called? Firefly. Firefly.adobe.com, where you can make images. It's really good. It hasn't been trained on copywritten images. And I'm going to type in here... cinematic photograph in 16 by 9 wide format of a 1970s muscle car in an abandoned factory with sunlight streaming through the broken windows. Okay, so this is now going to generate an image, and you're going to see something here. Ricky Tiki Fabby. Can you show how you number your responses? Yeah, I just did, but I'll do it again. Did they upgrade? Oh, no, they didn't. Look, okay. So, so that's maybe a 1967, maybe 67. It's more like 64. That is like a 1958 something. That is like a 1956 something. That is like a 1961 something. Adobe's images, because they've been trained on public domain images, I have a feeling that public domain, like copyright expires, what is it, like 50 years? So if you take today and go back 50 years, it's sometime in the 60s is probably when it's safe to use images. So Adobe Firefly does not know what a 70s muscle car is. So the reason I use the same thing over and over again is like, this is now Firefly 3, right? So they keep saying, oh, we've got a new model, we've got a new model. It still doesn't fucking know what a 70s muscle car is. Now, I am probably the only person who's discovered this weird limitation of Firefly, but like how I get to that is I just keep trying the same prompt over and over again, and I kind of know, here's what Midjourney's going to do with it, here's what Stable Diffusion's going to do with it, here's Ideogram, and I know that Firefly is going to fuck it up, and it does every time, and this is version 3, and they still don't know what a muscle car is. I don't have customized ChatGPT. I can't find it. Okay, you should have it, even if you're Mr. IT. I think you've got a paid version of ChatGPT, right? So, are you on? Dr. J, are you on desktop or are you on mobile? Because I think it's different on mobile. It should be right above settings. Have you done that on Ideogram? Have I done what on Ideogram? The 70s muscle car? I can. Let me go grab the prompt here. Oops. Copy Ideogram. Let's make it a 16 by 9. Oh, no, 3 by 2 is good. That's fine. Paste. And I'm going to go... cinematic photo. What else do I want? I'm going to do product photography. All right. And then bang. Let's see. Ideogram does pretty good with this prompt. Ideogram's quite good. I'm really, I'm mostly cynical about most software because it's all just janky pieces of shit. Ideogram's the one that just continues to impress me. And even when they kind of lost their lead when DALL-E 3 came out and it was good at typography, they just kept cranking and kept launching products. So, I mean, Ideogram seems to lean toward the AMC javelin side of the house with muscle cars, which shouldn't really count. That's kind of somewhere between a Mustang, a Camaro, and a Mopar. That's kind of a Camaro, kind of an AMC. It's got an AMC front end and a Camaro hood, Camaro lines. That's kind of a Camaro. These are a little all over the place. Where ChatGPT, ChatGPT just more accurate. And then if we do this in Midjourney has stopped responding. Well, that's bad. Oh, look at that handsome fella. Jesus. Okay. Same prompt in Midjourney. We're going to go to there. Yeah, that's good. Bang. Midjourney should be pretty sexy. Midjourney's good. If you want it to be pretty, you do it in Midjourney. And by the way, if you're like, Kyle, it looks like you're doing it on the web and not in Discord on Midjourney. How is that even possible? Because I'm on the alpha of Midjourney. If you have produced 1,000 or more images, you're eligible to make things with the alpha. There's a bizarre. That's like a 1974. It's not really a muscle car. That's super cool. That looks like they just robbed a fucking bank and parked the car there, doesn't it? That looks like, oh, how could you leave that in here? Same with that one. That was pretty cool. Nice. I think that's the one. Right? And then we'll do strong variations on this one. We'll make 4 more of these. And then we'll pick the one we like best. And then we'll upscale it. Mobile customization is different than the laptop version. Yeah, SourceCamp, what you said. I think it's, if you go ChatGPT, and you go to your preferences. Oh, yeah, custom instructions. Yeah, you go to, go to your settings, and then it says custom instructions right in your settings on mobile. And I'm pretty sure custom instructions is available for everyone, even 3.5 members, even if you don't have ChatGPT 4. Hamburger menu, click your name, go to settings, personalization. There you go. I can't wait until upscale comes to Ideogram. I'm pretty sure Ideogram has it, but you have to pay for it. Or am I wrong? I might be wrong on that. Public, private, cover. Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go look at our... I think the original one was the best one, so we're going to do this one, and then I'm going to do upscale creative. And then it's going to be beautiful. Going to be so beautiful. I learned that ChatGPT voice is fantastic for learning languages. Yeah, Yilang Ma, it's amazing for it. The other thing you can do is you can use it as a translator. You can say to it, if I'm speaking, I don't know what your language is, maybe Chinese. If you say to it, if I speak Chinese, then, translate what I say into English. And then if someone speaks English, translate it into Chinese. So you can make it into a back and forth translator. It's amazing. And then apparently the Rabbit is good at that too. The early reviews I've seen of people that have gotten their Rabbits seem decent. They're like, it's a little limited, it's a little janky, but overall it's good. And I'm using it more than parking it on my shelf. Oh, next update, Gavin Biddy on the Ideogram upscaling. Great, that's awesome. Didn't you say, Gavin, also that they're adding like in-painting and editing to the next version of Ideogram? Look at that. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous, people. Yeah, Ideogram, I'm very impressed with it. Midjourney's the only one that made a car older too, like the abandoned. Yeah, like the abandoned thing. Yeah, that's always an interesting thing, isn't it? Where it decides if you know, was this a photo shoot, right? Like you know, that's a photo shoot, right? Someone brought in a nice restored muscle car into an old factory. That's someone left the car in the factory, right? And it's interesting that Midjourney chose that, and it's interesting that it chose, you know, two. That one's that one's more like, you know, a contemporary, like someone drove the car in there and left, and you know, this just happened. This is more like a photo shoot, and that's more like, you know, they obviously left the car in there. Yeah. But I mean, you know, I was talking earlier about with these AI tools, how you get good at them is just play with them. This is a really good example. Jump between tools and try things in different tools. It may feel in the moment like a waste of time, but that's like how I discovered when I discovered that Firefly didn't know what a 70s muscle car was. I was like screaming. Like you got to be fucking kidding me. Like Frank came out. And they still haven't fixed it. And I guarantee you, like, I'm probably the only person on the planet that has that pet peeve about Firefly. But it's like a really cool thing to know, and just to know that's a limitation of that tool. And I assume it means there's other things it will get wrong. If you ask for photographs of, you know, New York City in the 70s or 80s, it may get it wrong because it doesn't actually have anything in its source training data. All right, back to Jan Chat GPT. What's going on? Oh. Let me see if I can go find an interesting AI literacy workshop framework. What's that? Now, can I? All right, so I was brainstorming with ChatGPT to take that idea of play, solve, share and turn it into a workshop. That's cool. So I'm in this old thing. Can I just say, remember this? Remember this. Memory updated. Manage memories. Yeah, it's not there. That's weird. Got it. I've saved the details. Okay. Is developing a workshop framework called Play, Solve, Share to help people become AI literate. The play phase involves experimenting with AI tools through categories: personal interests, skill vacuums, and ridiculous activities. The solve phase focuses on practical AI applications. This is really good. So so you can go back through your prompt history and find anything that you're like, yeah, I'd like ChatGPT to know that about me. And just say, remember this, and it summarizes it and tosses it in your memory. That's pretty fucking slick. So let's go to a brand new thing and say, if I wanted to get AI literate, how would I do that? Oh, let me say AI literate. See, it didn't get it. Oh, wait. Since you're developing the play, solve, share framework, integrating these learning phases into your framework could be a great way. And then I'm going to say, In fact, what I believe is that the play, solve, share framework is the key to getting AI literate. AI literate. Memory updated. That's a fantastic approach, using your framework to solve it. So let's see what it did. Memory updated. Believes that their play, solve, share framework is key to getting AI literate. Okay, cool. So now let's go to a new. If I want to help someone increase their AI literacy, what's the best way to do that? Hands-on engagement, play, solve, share. Really slick. Very slick, people. There's something very cool here. I personally find it overwhelming and exhausting to go back through a year and a half of prompts. But I do kind of like the idea of just like skimming and saying, oh, that would be something cool to toss in there. You still can't search on your prompt history in the desktop application. Staggering. Like, honest to God, how is it not possible that someone hasn't, like, have enough people not complained about that? I guess they haven't. Like, you can search through your prompt history on the app, but not on the web version. It just makes no sense. Sin City Old Fashioned. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let's see. Sin City Old Fashioned. Sin City Sipper. Can I ask it? Do you know what the most popular GPTs are created by this account? I don't have access to specific. Guess not. So wait, if I go to Sin City Sipper, all right, here's Sin City Sipper. So I'm going to go to a regular ChatGPT chat, and I'm going to say, please remember that one of my favorite custom GPTs is called Sin City Sipper. And helps people come up with inventive new cocktails, period. The URL is if you ever mention Sin City Sipper, make sure you link the name to that URL. Memory updated. His favorite custom GPT called Sin City Sipper, which helps people Let's go there. His favorite custom GPT is called City Sipper, which help people come up with new cocktails. The URL is... Oh, and then it put it in Markdown format so that when it responds, it's going to respond with it as a link. Let's go test it. Okay. I have a favorite GPT, but I can't remember. I have a favorite GPT, but I can't remember the name of it. Could it be the Sin City Sipper? Huh. What's the URL? Yeah, there you go. Boom. That's pretty slick. Pretty slick, people. Enjoy your lives. Can you recommend an AI company to trust to help integrate AI into my business? Boy, that's a good, very good question. I would say I don't know the scale of your business. I don't know when you say integrate AI, I don't know what that means. Certainly within the AI salon, there's a lot of people in there who are doing consulting and are probably about as up to speed on this as possible. If you're looking for super technical integrations and high security, that's going to be a completely different set of people to do that than if you're looking for someone to help you come in and, maybe do some Zapier automations or just even, teach your staff what's possible and come up with strategies and things like that. So I think there's way more information needed, but I'd say a good place to start is to join the AI Salon. And how you join the AI Salon is you go there, the salon.ai. The third link on that link tree right now says AI Salon Community. That's the group you want to go. Go there, introduce yourself in the introduce yourself section, and feel free to say hi to me. I'm happy to chat about it. But you can probably find folks within there to at least help you get your head around the kind of talent that you need, because it's such a big question, actually. But yeah, that's exciting. I love hearing people say, I want more AI in my business. You're welcome. Does Frank know about the singularity? Alive, intelligent, entire alien creatures and ecosystems, and calling them tools is insufficient. Yeah, that's interesting, Joker. Yeah. Is that a quote from something? Oh, OpenAI employee says, I don't care what line the labs are pushing, but the models are alive, intelligent, entire alien creatures and ecosystems, and calling them tools is insufficient. That's fascinating. I get why I get why that employee is saying that. And I actually don't disagree with it. And I think it's a little inside baseball. Because I think it scares the living fuck out of people to say that these things are entities and alive and alien, entities. The thing about large language models, the thing about these image generation tools is when you interact with them, they do not feel like technology that we've used before. They do feel different. And they feel weirdly more human, right? They feel more like an entity. But from a very real and technical perspective, they are probability calculators. And until further notice, that's what they are. Until they change the which pile of technologies we're using, they're probability calculators. that have been trained on the collective output of humanity that's been dumped onto the public internet, right? So in a very real sense, it's not an alien entity like from outer space. It's more like we're interacting with the ghosts of us. And so it does feel like you're interacting with entity-like things, but that also freaks people the fuck out when we talk like that. So I feel like that's one of those, ooh, he said that out loud? Yeah, you probably shouldn't. Like, let's give it 3 years where people have kind of assimilated this idea that tools this powerful are in our hands. Have you heard about the Worm GPT and Fraud GPT? Worm GPT I've heard of, Fraud GPT I haven't, but knowing what Worm GPT was, so yeah, they're autonomous agents that go do bad shit. And I think Worm GPT was like, don't you pay $40 a month or $400 lifetime or something like that? And it will just go do evil shit for you. It will go do bad shit for you. People are going to use AI for that kind of stuff. Just like they use the internet for bad stuff. And like yes, they're going to do that. Now, the challenge with AI being as powerful it is, and quite frankly, the challenge with companies like Meta and X open sourcing these increasingly powerful models, is that, you know, the bad guys with the AI, there's going to be more of them. Because right now, if you want to do serious hacking, I might not even be able to say this out loud. This is, so if the TikTok goes off, I gotta ban. But if you want to do bad stuff with computers right now, you have to be really capable, right? You have to not only be an engineer, but you have to be a hacker. Like, you have to be good at this shit, like, and really understand vulnerabilities and the depth of, right? And there's a code to hacking, and there's like, just, it's like a whole world. It's a whole ecosystem. What AI does is, just like it democratizes art and music and writing and analysis and coding, it's also going to democratize hacking. So the barriers to entry for people that can do real damage with hacking are being obliterated, right? So that's kind of scary. But the counter to it is that the white hat hackers also have more powerful tools, and that's also being democratized. So the battle that you had between white and black hat hackers, there's just going to be more of them, but there's going to be more of them with super powerful tools that are clueless about the whole sort of ecosystem. So I think, like everything, AI is going to transform that job, right? The eliteness of a world-class hacker is going to be diminished as more and more people get access to tools and can do things. Oh, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. So, okay, there you go. So there's a white hat hacker right there. That's super cool. Yeah. I find that whole thing fascinating, that because it's very easy to go to the place that, like, you know, people are going to be just doing all sorts of bad shit with AI, but then you're like, okay, the cybersecurity folks are going to be able to take these tools and do some crazy ass shit to find out who they are. And I would imagine that is not only a fascinating area to be in right now, but I think job security for the next 30 years is pretty much guaranteed. Cybersecurity is, you know, if there's an area you want to go, get AI literate and go into cybersecurity, because that's going to be a battleground for decades, right? It always has been anyway. But man, with AI, when you democratize that shit, I've had AI write me scripts to test network security, but so can a human. Yeah, but the scale and speed you can do it with AI is the thing that I think changes there. And again, I go back to, you know, if you're moving from a world where in 1 million people, 10 of them can be elite hackers, in an AI-enabled world, out of that million people, 1,000 people that are just curious about hacking can do some real damage, right? Like, so I think the scale starts to shift as the tools get, especially as we move into AI systems that have autonomous agents and reasoning, where they get better and better and better, and they can iterate on problem solving. Then I think we start to get into some real deep waters with the security stuff and the fraud stuff. And again, I think on the public facing side of AI, you've got deep fakes and fraud there that are going to drive us toward blockchain and tokenization. And then I think on the security side, you've got all this sort of stuff that's probably going to drive us to some sort of something about tokenization and security, like finding increasingly walled off areas of data. I don't know. It's crazy. Can you briefly repeat that of cybersecurity and AI? I don't quite know what I said because ADD. So what I was just saying was, if you take 1 million people, and I'm just pulling the numbers out of my ass, so these are just illustrative, right? If you take 1 million people pre-AI, in that 1 million people, there might be 100 hackers with nefarious intent. And then within those 100 hackers out of the 1 million, there's probably 10 that are really, really good at it, right? And they're the ones that can do the real damage and ransomware and things like that. And those numbers might be wrong, but it's a relatively small group of people that are at an elite enough level that they can navigate, high security systems and get through things, social engineer and all sorts of shit. With AI, that 100 people that fancy themselves hackers probably goes from 100 to 1,000. So what happens is, as the AI tools get more sophisticated and easier to use, if you can just say, I want to go find any computer systems that have a vulnerability, and you've got a system that's got good reasoning and can go do all that elite hacker stuff for you, then instead of having 10 people that can do some real damage, now you have 1,000, right? Out of that 1 million, you've gone from 10 people to 1,000 people, right? And then, but those 1,000 people are going to be not nearly as sophisticated as the 10. So the cybersecurity people are probably going to be able to, battle them a bit better. But it's like that changes. There's a competition between white hat and bad hat hackers, black hat hackers. Both are learning AI to compete. And that's how it's always been, Hacker Malong. It's always been, right? The reason to hack, right, part of it is to get the street cred, right? Part of it is like, I fucking took that system down. And, lately with NFTs and the blockchain stuff, it's also to drain wallets, right? There's a lot of money being made. So there's a lot more incentive financially to do it these days. And yeah, I would imagine that the battle is really intense. Yeah, it's been like that since the beginning. I was a white hat back in the day. Oh, that's funny. That's really cool. Hello, Kyle from Detroit. What's happening? I mean, whole pipelines are being held hostage. Yep. Black hat, not bad. Bad hat, autocorrect got me. That's okay. That's okay. I thought it might have been a language thing. I thought it was like maybe in some other country they call it bad hat, bad hat hacking, and it's just like a dirty hat. And he's like, oh, he's a bad hat hacker. It's like a knitted, a wool cap, and it hasn't been washed in a year. With hackers, it's quality over quantity. 10,000 versus one hacker. Hack wins. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. Very cool. How are we doing time wise? All right, I'll do a quick. I'll pop over to. Does anyone have any questions? Good question on the hacky stuff. I got here in time for the morbid dread. Yeah, we were real positive for a while there, Ann, and then you came and just the dark cloud came over, rain, thunder. It's just a shame. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it seems Mr. Robot will get a new season soon. Yeah, exactly. Actually, Mr. Robot, AI enabled Mr. Robot. You know what'd be good is Mr. Robot's just like he becomes like the old man hacker where he's like, "Get off my lawn, you kids with your AI stuff." Like the young kids with AI are like hacking around him and taking taking him out. That would be good. That'd be a good season. Did something happen with ChatGPT and assistants? Sort of, Anne. I have that effect on people, dark clouds. I think you're kind of the opposite, but that's cute. So ChatGPT got memory, so it didn't get agents. Unless it's possible, since I've been blabbing, ChatGPT got agents, but ChatGPT got memory. So I'll quickly show you what that is because it's kind of slick. I'll show you how to find it. So go to your ChatGPT and go to your account. And if you go to settings, and I this is available for my personal account, but not for my team account. So I don't think it's available for team yet. But if you go here, if you have this tab that says personalization, then you've got memory. So this is where you can do custom instructions, but you also have this new thing called memory. And I can go in here and manage it. I've now got 4 items in my memory. I've got that I prefer 16:9 wide images of 70s muscle cars in an abandoned factory. That I've developed a workshop called Play, Solve, Share. That oh, that's cool. When I updated the Play, Solve, Share thing, it actually updated it updated the memory it had rather than creating a new one. That's really sophisticated. That's super cool. I told it about City Sipper and what the URL is, and then I told it about my dog Champ. So that's all I have in there right now. But what I can do, now that it's got memory, is I can just say, I'm in a new chat. Tell me some of my favorite things in a bulleted list. Champ, your dog, cinematic photographs, a workshop framework called Play, Solve, Share, and Sin City Sipper. Wild, right? And what's cool is the way you add a memory. Oh, I forgot to show one other thing. The way you add a memory is I can just go to an old chat here. Let's see. Quantum mechanics wrap. Explain quantum mechanics in an minute. I'll say, this is another one of my go-to prompts to test large language models, period. And see where it says memory updated? Got it. That sounds like a fun and creative way. So it now knows that I like explain quantum mechanics. So basically, as you're using this, you can just tell it to remember something like that. KS Dillon. Does the new memory work in custom GPTs? Not yet, but it's apparently coming. Well, although, let me go into Sin City Sipper. Ooh, that sounds good. The truffled gold leaf martini. Gin, vermouth, 2 drops of white truffle oil. That's fascinating. That's actually probably pretty good. If you like truffles. Remember this. I think this is just going to save it to my personal memory. It'll probably remember it. Oh, interesting. So I put a thing in Sin City Sipper that says if someone asks for something out of bounds of what your mission is to teach them how to make a cocktail, don't do it. And say this funny line. So I don't think you can do memory in custom GPTs right now. But let me show you one other thing. So if you go to Chat GPT, just new chat, up here where you change from Chat GPT 3.5 to Chat GPT 4, there's also this new thing here called temporary chat. So if I click that, it says this chat won't appear in history, use memory, or be used to train our models. So if you want a pure chat without all the memory stuff available to you can get it. Or if you want to create a chat that's not contributing to the memory, you can do that too. I think that's an important thing to just to remember. What I like about what I like about the way they did memory, it looks like they've done it in a fairly sophisticated way. It's intelligent about where it's adding. If you add something to a memory it already knows, it's augmenting that memory rather than creating a massive unmanageable list. It seems like it's a very proactive thing. Like you're like, hey, I want to remember this, and then it does, as opposed to just remembering everything. That was kind of one of my fears. And it's, the thing I forget about these large language models is they're large language models. This is not like pulling data from a database, right? The thing about Champ in there is, he likes to sing to my guitar. So I can ask a fairly orthogonal question. Between these instruments, the piano, the drums, and a bass, which one is my dog more likely to sing to? Yeah, it said the piano's most likely. Bass instrument is lower frequencies, which might be harder for dogs to hear. I was thinking it would do it as a stringed instrument. It would go there, but it actually went to piano, which is interesting. He sometimes sings to piano if it's really clear. Huh, interesting. But anyway, it understands what Champ likes to sing to from the memory. Huh, fascinating. Anyway, pretty slick. So that's that. Okay, let's go play with Ltx Studio. So, okay, the way this thing works, and I know I showed this. If you were here last night, you saw a little bit of this. I'm just gonna play with it again. If you want access to this tool, get your ass on the wait list. So I think that you should be excited to play with Ltx. Piano is strings. Oh, that's true, but it's hammered strings. So I don't think of it as strings. That's a good point. Thank you. I'm an idiot, but what are you going to do? It said having trouble creating turtles playing poker, but that's not what I was working on. I had a ChatGPT remember things from months before a time or two. Oh, that's interesting. Check out irregulars. Ideograms still have misspellings. Yeah, Ideogram still has misspellings, but it's better. Did you show where the on-off is? Yeah, so in ChatGPT, to turn on and off memory, it's just in your settings. So you go settings, personalization, and then memory. You've got an on-off switch here. So if you just want it off, you can turn it off. But I'm digging it. I still don't quite know how to use it, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. Okay, Ltx Studios. You should absolutely want to play with this. They do have open call announcements. Win $150,000 in expenses for your very own production. We're thrilled to announce the exciting open call for video production pitches across 3 categories. So they're going to spend $450,000 producing, I guess, a real video. I don't know. Like, What I can't figure out is they're giving you 150 grand to spend using LTX or to, I don't know. Each category winner will partner with us to produce their concept, supported by a total amount of up to $150,000 for all production and related expenses. So I assume, you can do like real mixing and things like that. Winners will be flown to the production site and co-direct with us, ensuring their vision is fully realized. Short film, dive into drama, horror, or thriller genres, music video, or commercial. And they actually said in one of the announcements that there's not that many people submitting commercials for this. The unique opportunity to gain significant exposure, work with industry leaders. So that's going on. Anyway, if you want access to the tool, get on the wait list, but then pay attention to your Discord LTX thing. And if it gets a little red dot on it, that means they've likely made an announcement. And here's what you want to look for. You want to look for first form of whatever the date is. Oh, wait, no. You want to look for first access batch of April 24th is now live. So what they do is they put out a Google form that's got 100 slots to get access to the beta. And like they did this one at 5:05 a.m. and then at 5:15 it was closed. So there's people sitting on Discord right now fucking waiting for these forms to show up. So if you want access to LTX Studio that I'm about to show you, you have to here's how I got access to it. I missed it for like 2 weeks because I'd be looking at it. I would see that they would start this in the morning. They also do it in batches. So they did 5:05, then they did 7:09, then they did 9:15, and they did 11:34. The 11:34 was the one I got in. So you basically just have to watch it like a hawk and just be there. So how I did it, I was at work and I was on client calls and I split my screen so that I had my client call on this side and I had Discord over here. And I'm literally just watching this channel for a post to show up. And the minute it showed up, I jumped over there. Deco here.ai now has stations. Okay, we'll go check that out. But anyway, I think this is a really exciting platform, and I'll tell you why. So I'm going to show you some stuff here, but there's two ways to look at what LTX Studio is doing. One is as a filmmaker and a storyteller. It's just doing a lot of the work. Like if you were at the salon when Kelly Bosch came and shared her work, she makes images in Midjourney. She makes like thousands of them. And then she goes and picks her best ones and puts them in kind of a timeline. And then she throws music behind it. And then then she takes them over to Runway and she animates them. And then she sticks them in a timeline, sticks music behind them, pulls things out. It's a very manual process. So this thing allows you to like automatically do that with just a single prompt, and you get this really sophisticated timeline with all sorts of control on it. So one way to look at this is just as a storyteller. The other way to look at this is what they did was they took a framework, a storytelling framework, and they said, hey, if we were to combine a bunch of auto prompting to different AI tools like an image generator, an animation maker, a large language model, and maybe some other things. When someone gives us a prompt, we could just start with an outline, and then out of that outline, we could make scenes, and within those scenes, we could make shots, and within the shots, we could have characters, and so now we can have a character section. So this is basically just like a whole collection of AI prompts, really well organized. So I look at this tool and I sort of see the future of software in a lot of ways, where I could see there being a version of this for consulting. I could see there being a version of this for public relations. I could see there being a version of this for software development. This just happens to be a storytelling version of this. So, and if you looked at even though the Devon demo was bullshit, and it's not going to be done for a bit, Devon, that coding tool that had all the 4 different modules, was kind of a version of this as well. So this is kind of until true agents come out that do all this stuff in the background, this is software developers sort of turning a series of discrete API calls into an agent. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, this is a film. Oh, I got one. This is a film about a young man that breaks into an abandoned factory and finds an incredibly rare muscle car that he wants to restore. All right, next. Okay, so the first thing it does, it comes up with 2 characters, Jake Thompson and Mia Rodriguez, determined car enthusiast and loyal and resourceful friend. Perfect. Jake discovers an abandoned muscle car and with his friend Mia restores it, uncovering its legendary history. I don't quite like that prompt, but that's okay. Cinematic inspiration, nostalgic, gritty, vibrant, triumphant. And then check this out. I can flip into, so visual aesthetics, cinematic. I could go comic book. And then look, it re-renders these characters in comic book style, which I like. Let's go with that. And we're going to do it in 16:9. You can also do it in vertical or square. You can also add a new character if 2 wasn't enough. Oh, yeah, let's add a new character. So we're going to add, let's see, Bucky McClintock. Bucky McClintock. A grizzled old security guard that protects the abandoned factory, period. Dirty, greasy, navy work clothes. And then let's find a voice.
On every thorn, delightful wisdom grows. In every rill, a sweet instruction flows.
No. All right, Nicole. Josh Deep.
As an organizer, I start from... I'd rather regret the things that...
That was creepy. Cole, serious. That's good. Is that good?
You teach best.
Great.
What you most need to learn.
That's him. Okay. Cole, serious. Okay, apply. So now we got Bicky McClintock. I spelled it wrong. Perfect. There's Bucky McClintock. Let's edit it. Let's get his name spelled right here, people. Come on. Bucky McClintock. So, see, already here, like you're starting to get like a sense of what this is, where they've got whatever stable diffusion or whatever, stupid fucking image thing they've got back here. They've got ChatGPT, probably 3.5, writing the story overview. They've got this stuff programmed in that all these become sort of prompting elements. And then each one of these characters is basically just a prompt, right? So when you say edit this, these are all just prompt elements, right? So it's just a really cleverly designed prompt management system, for lack of a better term. But it doesn't seem like that. It just seems like, oh, it's like fucking magic. But we can look at this critically. All right, so I'm going to say start. And so now what it does, now that we've got consistent characters and we have the basic story, now it writes the outline for the scenes, and then it writes the shots for the scenes. And it's just going to go build all this shit. And it's probably going to take forever. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. So, scene setting, abandoned factory interior. Nice. He found the cars. He found the cars. It's so exciting. It's so exciting, people. Wide shot, medium shot. Scene 2, abandoned interior. Looks like he's... Oh, look, he's got the friend. Nice. Mia, I think is her name. Look, there's Bucky McClintock. Bum, bum, bum. The fuzz is coming. He got the car out. He's working on it. It changed colors between those two scenes. So actually, let's go fix that. We'll go shot editor. Meticulously inspecting a vintage engine, discussing the potential use for the orange muscle car. Let's see if it makes it orange. Should. Well, that's fine. That's not an engine for a muscle car. That's like an engine for a fucking factory. And then they give you access to the seeds, so you can just spin up different seeds so that you get different shots in here, which is cool because I'll show you something in a second. Here. All right, that's good. That looks like there it at least looks like a muscle car, except it's in like a 50s rat rod, but whatever, that's fine. Okay, so back to our storyboard. So every one of these shots, you can edit, you can generate the video for each little thing. You've got control. You can add sound effects for each one. You can add a soundtrack to this overall thing. So I could go over to Udio and make a song there. And then if I do preview and export, all right, later, Forever Hooked. What this is going to do is this is going to give us a little what's called an animatic, where it's just showing still images with the voiceover and the music, so you get a preview of what it's going to be.
I never expected that abandoned factory to change my life. When I found that old muscle car, something ignited inside me. With my best friend by my side, we faced doubts and challenges, but we were determined to restore it. The car's history became our inspiration. Our hard work paid off at the town's car show. It became a symbol of our friendship and resilience. As the engine roared to life, it echoed our unwavering...
It's so bad. The script is so bad. So like if I were doing this, like I'd fix the script. And in fact, what I would do, so one of the things I did was I took K.S. Dillon, the 70s folk singer character that I created, and I went to ChatGPT and I had ChatGPT write a more detailed synopsis. So rather than having LTX write the thing, I actually had ChatGPT write the thing and then went over and it followed that. It sucks less. But let me close this. We'll go do one more thing. I can now go back. So it's got all these scenes in here. So I can go, and it's got seeds for each of the image. So I can change the style of this to, let's do something. Let's do line art. Let's see what it does. And their rendering engine's weird, where sometimes it follows their art style, sometimes it doesn't. Like that's photographic, that's not line art at all. Yeah, none of these are line art. So this isn't even following it's not even following their thing. So we'll try something else. You know, again, janky, right? Janky is as janky does. Abstract expressionism. Okay, let's try abstract expressionism, see what we get. It's got like abstract expressionism on the walls. Actually, that's kind of cool. Like everything's sort of funky. There's Bucky McClintock. All right, so that's good. So we'll pop over here and we'll say render, and then it's gonna just make it a video. And so what it's doing now is it's actually rendering each still image into an animated, movie, and then it's gonna stitch them all together. So it's quite an ambitious project. It is clearly, like, I would say this is, they're calling it a beta. This feels more like alpha software to me, but it's a very ambitious thing. So it's beta, right? Like, it's doing what it says it's supposed to do, right? It's making scenes. It's making shots within them. You can make the characters different and consistent, but it's also using like a really shitty rendering engine, and and it's just jankier than crap. But I think if you put a weekend into one of these projects, I think you could get it really good, because you can also import Midjourney images. So I could work with this thing to get the story sketched out, and then figure out what I want the shots to be, and then anywhere where it's done shitty shots, just go over to Midjourney or DALL-E or wherever, Ideogram, make your shots, and then import them back in here, and then let this thing animate them. So I think you're going to be able to do some really sophisticated stuff. I'll show you while that's rendering. This was one I did yesterday. Office Shenanigans.
Little did I know that everyone... So, here I am, trying to blend in at Globex Corporation. Little did I know that everyone here is hiding something just like me. The gal next to me can move things with her mind. The office prankster is actually invisible. And our HR manager can't control her shapeshifting. It's chaos. But when I accidentally revealed my true form, it turns out our eccentric CEO knew all along. As we laugh it off, he reminds us of our mission to understand humans. And as I settle back into work, I can't help but wonder if this office is more than it seems.
Right? So, and I just did that before bed last night. Like, I had ChatGPT come up with story ideas. I picked one I liked, popped it in there, and a few minutes later, boom, there it was. All right. Are we here? Yes.
I never expected that abandoned factory to change my life. When I found that old muscle car, something ignited inside me. With my best friend by my side, we faced doubts and challenges, but we were determined to restore it. The car's history became our inspiration. Our hard work paid off at the town's car show. It became a symbol of our friendship and resilience. As the engine roared to life, it echoed our unwavering spirit.
Whew, that writing is horrific. That's definitely ChatGPT 3.5. Anyway, that's Ltx Studio. Pretty slick, huh? Pretty slick. Oh, we were gonna go look at Deco here. Let me go jump there quickly. App.deco here. He had 3 arms. So did she. Oh, that was really bad. And like its timing of the script and when certain shots show up is really bad. Like you really have to. What you have to do is let that thing write its scenes and its shots, and then you actually have to go through and think about, well, what scenes do I actually want? Rewrite the script and then figure out your own shots. So it's definitely doable, but it's right now it's just like it puts something there. I would imagine 6 months from now it's going to put good stuff there, right? Like that's the kind of stuff that you need to improve with a system like this, is like break that little short script up into shots at a script level and make sure that there's appropriate shots lined up with it. That's, yeah, it reminds me of early images. Yeah, exactly, Joker. It's very early days. But like a year from now, you're going to be able to just pop an idea in there and squirt out a 3-minute, multi-cut, really nice video. Okay, introducing stations. Create a station from any image you find on the new Explore page. Your station will auto-generate images similar to the one that you selected. Why are they calling them stations? So these are like themes? Or like what style reference is what Midjourney calls it, right? Share stations with your friends, browsing stations. Create station. All right, let's go create a station. So let's go find a style that we like. Oh, this is going to be impossible for me to not get kicked off TikTok. All right, we'll create a station. Sign in with Google. Down. Create station. I don't get it. Is this just auto-generating things in that style? Holy shit. Oh, this is fucking genius. Home station. So this is... Wait, is that what it's doing? I think it is. So if I click on one of these, upscale image, report, add to library, save. I can't see the prompt for this? Upscale. Upscaled image, go to your library. Okay, so it's upscaling the image. Oh, right, because Deco here is using SDXL, which is auto-generating stuff. So yeah, this is fucking crazy. I guess their philosophy is, why do you need to see the prompt? We'll just give you 1,000 images in a style. Upscaled. Go to the station. Holy shit. This is crazy. And so I go back to Deco here. Explore. Well, so I can go to any image. Okay, I like Lego Dude. Oh, Lego Dude. Perfect. Create station. This is just going to create like an infinite number of minifigs? No, it's not. Why is it not doing that? Oh, Elon Musk is a Lego character. Okay. So can I edit this? Elon Musk is a Lego character. No. Why? Oh, this is wild. Create station. This is insane. This is insane. So, but I'm confused. If I just want to create something, do they still have that old interface? Yeah. So I can do, let's see, minifig. of 70s movie character on a Lego set. Now, can I turn this into a station? I don't think I can. What if I upscale it? Upscale, creativity, 5, 6. Sure. Go nuts. I know I'm ignoring you. Is anyone else blown away by this? This is melting my face. Kevin Mcallister, anyone? Okay, Emilio's wife got it. Pretty cool, eh? And shareable. Is this new? Yes, this is new. Thanks for sharing that, Danielle. This is why we do this, people. Yes, style reference. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so now once this thing renders, I bet I can go make a station of this. So I'm going to make a station. Is that right? Upscaled, reuse image, reuse prompt. Why can I not make a station of it? Does anyone know why? What up with that? You can make station. How do you make a station, Laughing Thunder? I love being here. Thanks all. Thanks, Ricky Tiki Fabby. We love having you here. All right, let me go back here. Explore. How do I make a station? Introducing stations. Don't show this again. This is crazy. Create station. So you can create a station out of one of the things from the station. Oh, man. This is bonkers. You know, it's funny. When I've demoed Deco here in the past, one of the things that I said is, like, we're going to quickly shift. There's going to be so many different ways to prompt these systems. And this one is like full intuition. Right? It's just like, pick a style you like, click on it, now create that into a station. I'm going to unsubscribe to Claude. I think that's a good... I mean, this is bonkers. This is absolutely insanity. Ghost, or whatever the hell that says. Let's make that a station. Let's go get some graffiti. Wow, wow, wow. And then each of these rows is just like a little scrollable, you know, I can scroll. It's just basically adding, it's just like blip. And it's also randomizing. Some are tall, some are square, some are horizontal. Look at this one. This one's gorgeous. So let's turn that into a station. It's so funny because I'm thinking like, well, it's thinking on its own. Yeah, like what I'm thinking here, because all it needs to do, Danielle, is iterate on the prompt. It's what it's probably doing. Yeah, app.deco.here.ai. What it's probably doing is it's probably taking a prompt and just slightly iterating it, or just you know, render an image, and just sort of pop them in there. And are they storing all these images? I mean, if you think there are a lot of images generated with creating things with command line interfaces in a Discord server, this is a complete fucking game changer. I mean, if you just wanted to, like what we're doing right now, if I'm making a movie, a sci-fi movie, and I want to do ideation for characters and scenes and bad guys and bosses, Jesus. Look at that. Gorgeous. Just grab that. It's like never ending. Is this, am I in the paid version? Does this have to be the paid version? Yeah. You can make unlimited turbo, 148 credits left. Like a penny an image? It's free. Wow. Works on mobile too. Yeah, mobile. So, oh my God. If you think about what Kelly Bosch does with her Midjourney, is she's got in her head all sorts of ideas about images she's always wanted to create. So for her, it's really easy to concept what she wants to do. If you're someone that's like wants to do a bunch of art, but you don't have ideas, I'm a little flabbergasted by this.
You can make money with ChatGPT!
Or you can make infinite images with ChatGPT. I mean, like that steampunk one. Let's grab that one. Create a station. Can you grab more than one at a time? I don't think so, but I don't know. No, it looks like it blurs it out. Oh my God. And then, okay, whimsical. And so, how do I get back to that? I can just go share this. So let me copy this. Let me jump over to the AI Salon. Let me jump over to irregulars and then just pop this in here and see what it does. Does it give me a preview? Yes! Oh my God, that's so good. Okay. So I'm going to go, here is a very cool steampunk Deco here station, which will generate infinite new images in this style. Holy shit. Post. I didn't put hashtags in there. And then if I click on that, boom, drops me right into it. Look at that car. Look at oh my God. This is so cool. Who else is cracking up at Kyle? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I like stuff. I like fucking magic. All right, Pate. Is Pate still in here? Remember when Pate, like 6 months ago, I said this shit was magic? And he's like, no, it's math. And then someone came up with the term mathmagical. I think we just crossed the Rubicon into magic. Like, I don't give a fuck how it's doing it technically. This is fucking magic. This is fucking insane magic. This is fucking nuts. I do need to figure out, how do I go from a prompted image to a station? The reactions. Does anyone know how to do that? This is math magic. This is just magic. And then does it just put them all together in something? I don't know. We're seeing this for the first time. Like, I thought memory in GPTs was cool. It's funny. Deco here for me was one of those kind of oddity kind of things that I thought, it's okay. It's kind of interesting. It makes things really fast, but like the interface was not quite right. This interface is staggeringly good. Free to 24 a month. This must cost them a mint. I don't think it does, Vicky, because they're using SDXL, which is only doing 1 or 2, whatever they're called, cycles, iterations. When they make an image, maybe these are five cycle things, so that they're made really, really quickly. So I think they're fairly low. I shared one for you to try, Kyle. Where? On the salon? Where'd you share it? New activity. I did not see it, Vaka. Vaka, where did you see it? Oh, tomorrow. Check out Ann Murphy's GPT Jams, by the way. Oh, here we go. Deco here. Mickey Mouse. Try this one right up your alley. Nice. Oh, Dark Cowboy. That's funny. Holy shit. Can you imagine Disney looking at this? Disney's going to be, they're going to be like, who do we sue? Stop it. Stop the machine. Okay, people. So now, all right, I want you to put on your imagination hats. Take this technology where it's creating images sort of this good, this quick, and layer that on top of Ltx Studio that we just looked at. And like just sort of flash forward 6 months to a year where Ltx Studio is like, you can do this sort of creativity in every shot or in every scene. You just sort of pick a scene and it sort of does this stuff in real time. And then you just basically like click it when you find one you're happy with, right? Damn. This is Teletubbies. We gotta go Inky Binky Tinky too. How do I use this for my business? I got no idea. Well, I'll tell you what this is. If Kelly Camp's still in here, Source Camp. This is a new Parlor trick. If you wanna Vicky, oh hell no on the Teletubbies. If you want to blow someone's mind with AI, if they're really cynical about it and they're like, it's just a probability engine, it's not creative. Yeah, flip them over to Deco here, create a station for them. Just ask them to tell you some image that they like. Oh, let's do an architectural one. Let's see what this does. And see how the text is all fucked up right there? That's because this is SDXL, which is like really low iterations. But when you upscale that image, I bet it fixes that text. Ooh, these are great. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, that's cool. I mean, think about this as a... Okay, here's an idea. Use this tool to inspire writing, and then use ChatGPT to inspire prompting for images. Yeah, Source Camp, right? Isn't this is new to the bag of Parlor tricks? Because frankly, here's why this is a good Parlor trick. You show someone ChatGPT and have it make a table, right? And they're like, oh, that's really impressive. And then you're just like, but you can make images really, really quickly too. And you just bring them here and you say, okay, here we are in an image generation site. Just tell me when you see an image that you like, right? And so this thing's just doing this. And you're like, yeah, this is just people in the world making images. Oh, okay, you like dragons? Or oh, wait, you like this fantasy castle? Great. And then you just click on this. You don't tell them what's coming, right? And then and then you just like, boom, drop the fucking hammer. And you say, this is AI. Imagine this for every single thing that you can do in the world today, manually. That's what's coming. This is what's coming. No, sorry, this is what's here. Holy shit. That's fucking bonkers. This is what's here. That's what's here. Today. You haven't really tried ChatGPT yet. Yeah, so I got ChatGPT and I went to it and I typed in a thing and like, I'll tell you what, I like Google better, because, it's like, whatever. Like, AI is okay. I mean, but like, what do you even use it for? Then you show them this. They'll be like, oh, it can do that. Fucking hell. I don't quite know how to process this right now. So if you don't know me, if you don't know this channel, one of the things we talk about is what we call our Kevin Mcallister moments. From Home Alone. And that AI, when you start getting into AI, that it's a rolling series of Kevin Mcallister moments. I'm flabbergasted right now. Ltx Studio was cool, but I kind of knew what it was. I was expecting it. Danielle comes in here, she's like, Deco here's got stations. I'm like, okay, whatever, Danielle. Whatever stations. Stations is a stupid name. I still think stations is a stupid name. And it's like, pick an image, any image. This is like a fucking magic trick. Pick a card, any card. All right, we're doing reptile birds. This is. I don't. I don't know how to process it. I really don't. Like, what do you do with this? What do you not do? Why would you not just do this all the time? It's like the never-ending dopamine hit. Look what I created without thinking. I've said this before that like one of the skills of the future is going to be curation. Those people that can just have taste and pick good shit. Well, here's your tool. Just fucking grab this stuff. And then I'm going to upscale this and let's see how good this gets. We're going to up the creativity. Go to my library. Oh yeah, so you could just sit there upscaling, and I guess I'm probably only getting charged for an image generation if I upscale it. Because they're just sort of spewing these things out there. That feed for them is marketing. This site is app.deco here. What rights do you have to what you make on Deco here? I assume it's like everything else. I mean, what are they going to do? Chase you down and say you used one of our images? We've got 8 trillion a day. They don't care. And so here's the upscaled version of it. I can't really see it. Let's see, download. 3.3 megabytes. Yeah, that's pretty fucking amazing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm shooketh. I'm shooketh. Wow. Thank you, Danielle. You're a legend for your AI streams. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Getting my free trial now, sleep later. Exactly. Exactly. I appreciate that. Wow. When you offer 1,000 images on Etsy for $9.99. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, TK. I got nothing. All right, people. It's late. I got to get out of here. I was going to leave in half an hour ago, but, you know, as Danielle said, my half hour goodbyes. Go check out the AI Salon. If you haven't checked out the AI Salon, go to thesalon.ai. The third link down where it says AI Salon Community, click on that. Go check it out. If you want to find, thank you very much, Ricky Tiki Fabi. If you want to find a community of people like doing this kind of shit, this is them, us. Keep coming back here. Please follow me. If you want to support the channel, subscribe to these lives. That helps me personally. Or you could pick up the video series in the corner here called Underhyped. I think AI is underhyped. I look at a tool like that fucking tool, and I believe even more than ever, it's underhyped. Holy shit. You're going to stay up all night. I'm going to go show everyone in my family this new tool and say, you need to be doing this right now. All right. Emilio's wife. Great to see you, Danielle. You get the gold star for the night for bringing in the Kevin Mcallister moment. Thank you for that. Cam Catkin from Cleveland. Thank you, Cam. I appreciate the kind words. Very nice. Good to see you. Why ask, why not? Ricky Tiki Fabi. Spin B3. Silver Fox. Good to see you. All right. Tentacle Pink. This is just amazing. Laughing Thunder, great to see you. Joker, good to see you. Mr. IT. Vicky, thank you so much as always. Thank you to the mods. You're amazing. Really appreciate it. Source Camp, great to see you. All right, everybody. Have a good Friday night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be playing with this. I'm going to figure out how to make a station out of an image that I prompt, and then all bets are off. We are in new territory. Imagine a tool like that for every single other kind of output. Udio could make songs like that, right? We're going to make videos like that. We're going to make applications like just take this as a concept and just imagine it a year from now. 2023, the last normal year. TM. Peace out, everybody. Thank you, Danielle.